I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time named, I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. I'm a hot girl yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene? 1 2 Drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker. Too large and we way too fresh. Work well with
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Prime Time contest between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Along the Packers sideline, there's a look at their head coach, Matt LaFleur. These guys looking for a rare win after dropping 7 in their last 9. Facing off against him, that's the head coach of the Cowboys. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Brandon Aubrey has the ball teed up. Kate Scott and Brock Heward up in the booth for this one. And we're off in Arlington. He fields it from the 8. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
There's one less thing now this offense got to worry about, silencing the home crowd early. That return, well, it already did that. The fever pitch we began with, Kate's quieted to a dull murmur following a tremendous return by the special teams unit.
So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the 1 touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Well, he had to power through 1 tackle just to get back to the line that time.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
On second down, Jacobs. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs who's hurt after that play and in need of a look from the training staff. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. Ready?
On the give, it's Lloyd. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Love from the gun. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Throw is caught. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll run. Jacobs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Packers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome.
He's finally caught, and he lost the football. And they say Packers football. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fumble. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. Real quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few blue birds.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Love out of the shotgun. Hits him on the out route. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Play action. Love. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made. That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Lofts it deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So a punt coming up here on 4th down off the leg of Michael Pilardi. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Now running here with Jaden Blue. And he gets him around 6 there. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down. So the choice is made. No 53-yard field goal try. They are going for this first down. On fourth down, Prescott's a throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. It's an option right that begins this drive. On the move, past the 40. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Lloyd running dead ahead. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
He's going to tuck it and run. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. There's Love to throw. Has it in close. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pull out in front further, 13-zip. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Return coming here from the 12. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over. So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. And we'll see, Brock, if they go back to that ground game this drive after how well they ran it their last time out.
I'm going to probably say yes on that one, Kate. This is a team with a known identity across the league. They're going to hang their hat on running the football effectively. I think they'll get right back to work.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second down, here's Prescott again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Prescott now on third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line. Packers getting set here. First and 10. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Play fake, it's Love. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. Trying the inside handoff to Lloyd. Bounces this outside, winds up with a nice chunk of yards there as a result. It's second down. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle. First down run gets him 6, so now it is second and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. To the air with Love. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. All just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Man in motion here.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Completed over the middle. Big gain, has them across the 40. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment.
Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down, Love. Dumps it off to his running back. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing again, Love. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Michael Pilardi on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? So this one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And they're going to try to break through the... Oh, what a hit! Charge the ball loose! And they say the Packers got to this one.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
1st down throw. Here's Love. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Love. Brought in. And this one does not go far.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and 2. Lot to throw. Makes the catch. And he's close, Brock, but it looks like he's out just a little bit short. A good effort, but now they've got a choice to make on 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
They're going for this from just a few yards out. They could get a touchdown or a 1st down here. Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Sending him on the dive. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
In truth, Kate, kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And that's good for a gain of 5. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Another run for Williams. And this gets him well away from dangerous. He is up past their 20. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Blue gets the handoff. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
This time it's a passing play. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And they're going to tag a defender with this one. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
And this is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a third down conversion via penalty.
Man, he's been having a great first half, really playing a key role so far in this offense.
But you know and I know what's coming, Kate. We call them adjustments, right? You hit a homer, you take that fastball deep, you're not going to see it anymore. And you get run on like this, the defense is going to make some adjustments at halftime.
And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Flushed out of the pocket. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. And they'll throw 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. The Packers send out their punting unit. Michael Pilardi, the one to kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. Packers pick it up. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
And he has enough room to gain about 4. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Putting a receiver in motion. Pass caught out right by Golden. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. They'll go from the gun with Lloyd. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun now for Love. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Likely's got it right side. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's finally forced out of bounds as he gets him up past the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Blue. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Dallas first down. Dak to the air here. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. He won't find much there as it reaches the 41. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Going left side, Williams with it. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Short pass brought in. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Finds his man over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. 1st and 10, Prescott. Taking a chance to the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. Prescott to throw once more. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. Aubrey puts it through, and that gets him back to within 11.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the 2nd half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Returning it from the 4. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. It is week 13. Things starting to get a little nervy in some circles. The home stretch starting to creep closer. Let's go to the highlights. Our look around the NFL starts now. Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. The Jaguars at home to take on the Colts in the AFC South. And it's Trevor Lawrence. He had 2 rushing touchdowns on the night. This is one of them here. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And this is Emeka Egbuka. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. a 55-yard touchdown. The Buccaneers earn another victory and move to 9-3 on the year. Lastly, we head out to SoFi Stadium. It's the Chargers hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the big fullback, Scott Matlock. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Chargers come away with the victory as they get back to 500, standing 6-6. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Now Prater on to send it away. Kick taken in here at the 17. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That one hits for 30. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On the give, it's Blue. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Give on second here to Blue. And he'll go down here at the 16. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. He'll work against the blitz. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's second and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator.
And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys cutting to the lead coming out of halftime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They're going for 2 here. Dak bringing the Cowboys to the line.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Out now runs the Packer offense. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They stick with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's enough for the first. On the give, it's Lloyd. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. Takes the handoff, now low. And he's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Love from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Put a gold star on the grade sheet for that defensive coverage, even with plenty of time to throw it. That defense never gave the QB a lane to complete it.
It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And they are unable to double their lead.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Here's Williams to start the drive. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Working from the pistol, Prescott. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try to miss the mark. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. 2nd and 3 now. Here's Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Third and long, they're going to throw. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. He's got it inside the 25. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 9-point advantage. Prater adds the PAT. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game. Now Prater on to send it away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Draw play. This is Williams. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Prescott here from the gun. That's Pickens with a catch out right. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down. Handoff running left. It's Blue. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down. Give to Williams from the gun. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play. Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. On second down, a run with Williams. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Another run for Williams. And he's stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. Prescott has that offense moving quickly.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the Packers' 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Williams. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them. Just inches short for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Prescott to sneak it. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Cowboys make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on fourth down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort... showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. His return stuck to the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Packers all set to get back out there. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Running on first here with Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Love out of the shotgun. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Straight ahead with Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Prescott on 1st and 10. It's taken in by Lamb. And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here's Prescott. This is complete to Ferguson out left. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A handoff for Williams, running left. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a fourth-quarter lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. It almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Here we go, back. Yeah, 43.
Jacobs running behind center. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They'll go from the gun with Lloyd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Back to throw it. Has his man. It stops. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. New set of downs for him. He starts at the 38. Handoff here to Jacobs. We're still going at the 30. Down to the 10. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a fourth quarter lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers push their lead to 3. Now Prater on to send it away. Turpin with a return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Hits his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 3 now. Up the gut they go with Williams. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. He'll throw it. He's got it. Complete to Pickens. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
He'll look to throw it. Screen here for Williams. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Shotgun snap, a give to Blue. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
The give on 2nd here to Blue. like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up third down. Running for the marker with Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. On the handoff, this is Williams. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. From the 18-yard line, another try on 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with Williams. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up third down. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Looking to throw it. And it's caught. He's got Lamb. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Now at 2 seconds left, we've got whistles and we've got a timeout. And up next, you'd assume a field goal trying to force overtime. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And in the final moments, they force overtime. Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. And in overtime here, Brock, I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires. Conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Returning in from the 16. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. The Cowboys offense headed out there. Well, they couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, partner, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and hopefully help them start this overtime period by taking the lead. First throw of overtime. Short pass brought in. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. So 20 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down. First down, here's Dak. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. All right, so an important landmark cross on that play. They're inside the red zone now, partner. Now, new overtime rules mean they can't win it with a touchdown, but more times than not, a touchdown does ensure they don't lose it on the next series either.
Yeah, and you do all this work, all this heavy lifting to get into the red zone, it's got to be a touchdown, and that's all you're thinking offensively. You are not going to feel good coming off the field if you got to settle for 3.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pull in front. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The challenge has been laid down, partner, and it's time to see if they have an answer prepared as we're off again. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Now it's his turn in overtime. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, so at the 28. Back to the air. Love. At least got it right side. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Biggest play of OT. The offense is going for it. Love throwing on 4th. He's trying to go deep again. That's grabbed inside the 30. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a 1st on 4th down. Once more, it's Love. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. The LSU rookie with the pick. And the Cowboys take over on his 5th interception of the season. They've battled each other all game long, Brock, but the coverage, so with a couple of surprises up their sleeve for this QB, stealing possession there with the pick.
And there's always a look or two, Kate, that doesn't get used much during the game, a way to disguise the coverage and trick those QB's eyes into seeing something that wasn't there. What better spot to break that out than right now in overtime? Right here, right now, like Van Halen used to say.
So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And yet another challenger is vanquished as they continue to carry this undefeated season in November. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.